Hey guys, we have a really special episode for you today. Arthur and his big heart, he's taken in a rescue Doberman. This Doberman was headed for the shelter and potentially could have ended up euthanized, but because of Arthur, he's not only taken her in with him and Cleopatra, but he's actually even arranged a forever home for the dog with his sister. So this dog is on to a bright future. And to be honest, there's not a lot of people out there with a heart big enough to take on all that responsibility and all the unknowns of rescue, but Arthur's sister is one of them. Now, Cleopatra has been a little distracted at home, and that's really understandable with this brand new fun dog in the house, but it's just temporary, and I think it's an amazing opportunity to show you what it could really take to make a rescue Doberman like Rue comfortable during this transition. And it's a great time to really flex our focus training and motivation and drive training with Cleopatra during this highly distracting time. Let's face it, guys, life happens, right? Work schedules change, home environment changes, new animals come in the house, but let's pivot in a way that really speaks to the Doberman's unique instincts.
Here at Doberman Planet, we believe that anyone can be successful with raising the perfect Doberman companion. You don't need to have decades of experience or be an elite trainer to own one of these impressive dogs. Follow the journey of everyday owners and their dogs as we go about transforming their relationships and making true home-worthy companions. Welcome to Dobie Masters.
This is Rue, a 1.5-year-old female Doberman. She's gorgeous, but unfortunately, she's a little bit emaciated and possibly with an abused past. Why do we think that? Well, she tends to cower a little bit when you raise your hand. She gets a little fearful sometimes. It's really a sad story. She was headed for the pound, but luckily, Arthur, with the big heart that he has, he agreed to take her in temporarily until he could find her a forever home. And where did he find that forever home? With Arthur's very own sister, Yvonne, who has an equally big heart and is willing to take on the challenge of this beautiful rescue Doberman. Oh, yes. Yvonne, so tell me what happened. Arthur called you up, said he had a dog, or what happened?
We were talking about me coming up, and he told me that his neighbors couldn't keep the dog due to personal circumstances, and that she was going to go back to the pound.
Oh.
So my first thing was, she's not going back to the pound. I will take her. He told me that she had a little history. She was a little iffy, and I said, doesn't matter. I will work it out. And I will take her.
Have you ever had a Doberman before?
No, sir.
Oh, well, you're in
No,
for
sir.
it. You're gonna love it. So what's the plan right now? You taking her back to your place?
I am taking her back to my house, and she's going to be introduced to the cats that I do. I have other animals.
Okay.
I have many cats.
Okay.
Be introduced to my daughter,
Okay.
my husband, and go from there.
I'm so happy that she has you right now. Thank you so much for doing this for her. So in general, Cleopatra has been making some amazing progress with her training, but of course, having Rue in the house, even just temporarily, has really kind of set back her training. As you can imagine, it's a huge distraction for her. But frankly, this is really normal for Dobermans. They're very distracted, especially by other dogs. But this is also a great opportunity to work on Cleopatra's drive and motivation to really perform for Arthur, even with a ton of distractions. This is really such an important moment in time right now for Rue. She's going to her forever home. She's here temporarily at Arthur's house with Cleopatra, and it's a great time to really make sure that we do what we can to support her with this transition. With Dobermans like Rue here, there's a lot of things that you can do to make them feel more comfortable in their home, and it's often different than other breeds. For example, a really strong, predictable routine in the house. This can really make her feel comfortable if she knows what to expect throughout the day. Dobermans really can reduce their anxiety if they know what to expect, and it just helps them just relax and start to lay into their new environment. Also, this breed loves their safe places. So if there's other animals in the house, especially, we really want to make sure Rue has her own area to retreat to and just be by herself. It makes a big difference for her and her overall anxiety levels. We're also going to use a very gentle training approach with Rue. That's definitely best because she's had kind of a questionable past. I mean, she cowers when you raise your hand a little bit, so we don't know what's gone on, but we do want to teach her that when humans are around, great things happen. And of course, unlimited patience. With a Doberman anyway, you need to have patience, but especially with one that maybe has reactions to certain situations or environments. And then after Rue is familiar with her new place and she really feels she has a safe area to relax in, then we'll worry about desensitizing her to her triggers. Every rescue dog especially is going to have triggers of some kind. People walking by, animals, traffic going by, and we want to teach her that those too are not things to be scared of. Always keep in mind what drives these dogs. Human engagement, strong routines, quick habit building, and use that to your advantage when you're working with them. Now, with bringing the new rescue Rue into the house, Arthur's telling me that Cleo's really distracted. Even when he's away from the house on their walks together and he's trying to train her, she's always looking back over her shoulder back for home to see where Rue is. And this is really a great opportunity for Arthur to work on being the most interesting thing in Cleopatra's life. You know, really flex that muscle on keeping her focus and her drive. And these are just so important for a Doberman. If you can tap into their motivation and drive and keep their focus on you, there's nothing these dogs can't do with their level of intelligence. Okay, there are definitely some things I want you to work on with Cleo until next time I come back.
Okay.
But since she's so distracted right now, I think that until Rue leaves, we should really work on her motivation and focus a little bit more.
Yeah, I'd agree with you.
And there's some things we can definitely do to help with that. For one, really short and intense training sessions.
Okay.
So training sessions where you're really keeping her focus on you, but really intense. So you're sharp, you're snappy. It's not lackadaisy. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And it's very clear that you're behaving differently during these situations.
Yeah.
That'll increase her drive.
And did you say short, like less than the 10-minute sessions, or a couple 2-minute, 3-minute, 5 minutes?
Like less based on time and more based on her. Cut it off when she's still super into it.
Okay.
Also, we want to vary the training. Keep it really unique and different every time. No drills. Not the same repetitive stuff that she expects every time.
And that's what I had been doing.
Right, so make them very unique training sessions where maybe you challenge her this time, maybe you push her a little farther before she gets a treat, or maybe she gets treats really quick and really easily for a short time, but then it's a little harder. Just keep it different. Also, variable reinforcement I think is really important for her to build her drive and focus on you. So she never really quite knows what to expect as a reward, so she can't sit there and weigh out if it's worth listening to you.
Yeah, because I've started with the praise. You know, sometimes I won't give her a treat. Sometimes you just praise and...
Yeah, just mix up the rewards. It's called variable reinforcement. It's super powerful with Dobermans. Also, really hard, clear starts and stops to the rewards.
Okay.
So when it's reward time, she gets that reward, boom, it's really good, intense, and then boom, the reward's over. No lingering praise as reward or lingering treats, just very clear starts and stops. Of course, we've talked a lot about it in previous episodes, but creating a work mode for her. Yeah. Having her work harness on, having you act differently so she knows this is work time. Dobermans love that. That appeals to this breed so much more than many other breeds.
Yes.
The last tip I have for you, it's really important with this breed, is to have an owner's toy. It's a great additional reward while you're training. What I mean by owner's toy is you never give it to her and let her walk off and chew on it. It's yours. It goes in your back pocket, you pull it out for a reward, you give her maybe a few chews on it so she can chew it once or twice, and then you take it back. It's a reward for training and it's not hers to keep.
I don't let go of it.
You never let go of it. You just hold on to her. She gets a couple chews and maybe a tug or two, and then you ask her to drop it, and it goes back in your pocket and back to training. So Yvonne, real quick before you go, I wanted to give you a couple things real quick. She was loving these Ollie jerky strips in there as you saw her going crazy for them.
Sir, she was.
So I wanted to give you these for her to start you off. And at Doberman Planet, we totally understand what a huge commitment you're taking on, and we really want to support you in that commitment. So we're giving you a $500 gift card to PetSmart so you can get anything she needs, bedding, food, toys, so we can set her up for success from the beginning. So this is for you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. She's gonna appreciate it. I mean, it helps out so much.
And in addition to that, I've also thrown in a free one-on-one coaching package with me as well. So we can do remote coaching via Zoom together, and I can potentially help you get her really comfortable in a new environment.
Oh, that'd be awesome. I greatly appreciate that.
You're gonna have a good home. You're gonna have a good forever home.
Good girl.
Yeah, you're gonna have a good forever home. As we've been talking about in this episode, Dobermans like Rue and Cleo are very unique. Whether you are a rescue Doberman trying to get used to a new home or you're just headlong into training, Dobermans need to be fueled correctly. That's why we always recommend Ollie here at Doberman Planet, because what you feed your dog directly affects their ability to stay focused, stay motivated, and of course, stay healthy. And with a distracted dog like Cleo with this new introduction to the house, you can bet that she's affected by what's in her bowl every day. And Ollie's fresh human-grade meals are crafted with veterinarian nutritionists to provide all the nutrients and vitamins that your Doberman needs. And they're delivered straight to your door on a schedule that is predictable and you're in full control of. They're packed with real meat, wholesome ingredients, and food just like you'd feed yourself around the kitchen at home. So it's none of that preservatives or artificial flavors or any of that junk, just good, real, wholesome fuel for your Doberman. And Dobermans are, of course, high-energy, intelligent dogs, and they need the right fuel, much more than I would argue than many other breeds for those reasons. And right now, you can get 60% off your first box of meals with Ollie. The link will be down in the description down below, along with a Doberman Planet specific coupon code that you can use to make sure you get that great deal. So check it out, and I don't think you're gonna be disappointed. Guys, supporting brand new first-time Doberman owners, especially those that rescue their Dobermans, that really cuts to the heart of what Doberman Planet is all about. And we're proud to surprise Yvonne with this gift to help get her started with her new Doberman Rue. A first-time Doberman owner, this is awesome. And also the free coaching package with me. So I'll help her one-on-one for free, no cost to her. And if you could use help from me with some one-on-one coaching from me with your Doberman issues, feel free to look in the description down below. I'll have a link to my coaching services. But yeah, if you support rescuing Dobermans and you really love that and you're passionate about that, leave a comment down below and let us know. Let's see how many out there are all about rescuing instead of shopping for their next family companion. I'll see you guys on the next episode of Dobie Masters, where we work at making Cleo the perfect Doberman companion for Arthur. I'll see you guys then.